All right. Well, we're back for another week of answer your questions and give you a spin of the wheel. It's open to everyone. Any gear question will get you a spin of the wheel if we remember to spin it. I don't know. We're trying. We're trying here. So we got that, but it's the game of snowboard. You got to spell out the word snowboard. And when you do, you win a snowboard. We got boards to give away. So many boards. Some things have changed on the wheel. Grand prize is now 5 letters. But the Avron tax has increased to 4. So you could lose 4. But TC loves you guys. So he will give you 2. Also, the next big one is the person above loses a letter, but the person below gains a letter. So, yes. So that's where we're at on that. But somebody could win a snowboard. And we got the list here, so I can check it twice. We're also giving away sticker packs. TC mailed almost everything out but one because they got to it so late.
But thanks for going back and watching and making sure you won there, Alan.
Yeah.
But it'll get out with this week's winners.
Yes. So that's where we're at on that. But yeah, so we're going to start off and work our way down and see where we end up from here. All right. We got, of course, our boy letters. Spin for camel stool baptism, hashtag letters for all. Yes, the camel stool, the vintage 1950s camel stool. We will parade you around at Thirsty Thursday on it and then baptize you in Malort. This man's just trying to win stickers at this point. That's it.
Yeah.
Person below loses a letter. Oh, no. And it's fucking slushy. Oh my God, dude.
Back to nothing.
Oh my God. This poor fucking man. This poor man. He just needed the D last week. And you bankrupted him down like 3 times in a row. And you just kicked him in the dick this week. So he gets nothing.
I like how he already knew. He was just like, RIP my letters. Like, just take the money. And
RIP my letters. He knows. Well, let's give him a spin. Maybe he'll hit the 5. That would be good. He could. You know? No, he went bankrupt.
Oh.
He was so close. He was so close.
Damn.
All right. And then we got letters again. Bullet Train Mid, Buy Resort Twin, hashtag letters for all. Ollie, some slow signs. All right. And then we actually have a real question from letters. Is Anon price point just a Burton tax, or is the tech and quality reflective of the price point? No, that's a Burton tax. That's 100% a Burton tax. Like their technology, for the longest time, like you would pay as much as others, and their tech hadn't caught up. And even now, some of their stuff has caught up, and you're still paying that tax. So yeah.
I mean, they make good goggles, but like if you're going like price point add-ons, you're definitely overpaying on that. Like when you go to price point like Dragons and shit, you get 2 lenses with it, and it's a good lens. Like it's a nice lightweight goggle. You go price point add-on, you're probably only getting 1 lens, or you're getting the 2, but it's a pain in the ass to swap them. So you're like, I'm never doing that. So you can buy last year's and not have to go price point.
The secret with goggles is always buy them off season. You'll save more money. Which for Friday's sales thing on the community tab on here, I guess I'll put a bunch of goggles. It's usually the best way to get them. Cheapest way, at least. All right.
Yeah.
We've got Slushy Shredder coming in hot again with the super chat. Good all-around ripper for the wife. Low intermediate. She has a GNU gloss. She's over it. And a sashimi. 5'4", 105 pounds, 8.5 boot. Wheel is rigged. It's not gambling. It's a game of chance. Anyone can win. So I ride Saturday probably. Like something like that. Like Joan's twin sister.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking, even get her the women's ravine.
Yeah. I was thinking Solomon Rumblefish as well. That's a women love board.
Yeah.
You could do a cold shoulder if you wanted. That's not going to be
a little
crazy.
More free ride, but still
a little more free ride. But yeah,
got a little taper to it. It's fine.
Birds of a feather. That thing will go pretty much anywhere. That's a super, like, that board always sells. What else? What is? Trying to think who we forgot.
Oh God.
Could do a nitro drop.
Yeah, nitro drop would be sick.
Mm-hmm.
You could even put her on a yes, hell yes.
Mm-hmm. She can actually grow into that one too, and
Yeah.
then use it as a free ride board if you wanted by setting it back on those extra inserts.
What the hell is that Arbor? I'm thinking it's not the swoon. Is it the swoon? No, it's not the swoon.
The swoon is the directional.
No, the swoon. Yeah, it is the swoon. Yeah, the Arbor swoon. Yeah. All right. So there's some options for. Let's give you a spin. Let's see where we go from here.
You could do a Cortado, but I think it's very similar to the Gloss as well.
God damn, dude, he got the Avron tax. He's already lost everything. So his best friend took his last letter. He's gone bankrupt, and now he's had to pay the Avron tax. Like, god damn, dude. Jesus. We do have a PSA from Michael Stacy. Look up Shark Tank out for a rip. You'll thank me later. So it's a video on YouTube. All right. So we got our boy Ruff here with the super chat. What boards would you say the Bataleon Chameleon rides like? Not going to buy one yet. Just curious how non-3BT Battalion boards ride. So let's see. Realistically, that's like a Solomon Super 8.
I was going to say, is this spoiler alert for the video that's coming out about the Chameleon? Because when
I talked about it. I did the top 5 most hype that just came out yesterday.
Yeah, okay.
So, you know, it's a little different. It's so yeah. So you know, it's like a Solomon Super 8, kind of like a GNU banked country. It's like a Nidecker. Is it the sensor? No, it's not the sensor. What the fuck is thruster? Nidecker thruster. It's kind of in that category. It's like that cruisy carver you can kind of do anything with. Very approachable. Had some tendencies of the Super Pig too, so it's kind of like that. We all know you're going to buy one. You say you're not, but you know, you doom consume like nobody's business. How many boards did you buy last year? 8, 9, 7 pairs of bindings? Come on, dude. At the rate you're going, your whole family can come up from Greeley and ride your equipment. And check your screws. Check your screws. All right. And Ruff again, donating to the hospice / Latina mommy search efforts. Can't sit by and just watch that shit bucket not get changed. That's right. I shit in a bucket. I have no legs. Has anyone ever seen my legs? It's not true. They're CGI. They don't exist. They're CGI. They're CGI. I have CGI legs. So. Person below you loses a letter. You just got yourself. You got, dude. Why'd you do that? You got yourself. That's just, well, you don't have anything. You went bankrupt last week anyway. So is it true you own nothing but button ups?
No, I think I wore a t-shirt last week.
All right.
I don't
like
remember
T wanting to know, is the Avron tax is for donuts, isn't it? Maybe. I mean, I eat 3 every time I go to the store. Every time. Like, oh, there's donuts. I gotta buy these donuts. I need them. Well, the person above you loses a letter, which would be rough, but the person below you gains a letter, which is Flying Cow. Which I know you're on this list somewhere, but what page are you on? That's the problem. When you redo everything, you're like, I know they're on here somewhere. You know, you're like, I know they're on here. Maybe, or did you go bankrupt and we took you off the list and I got to add you back in? I thought you were on here. You got to find you. Maybe not. I thought you were on here, though. Oh,
I thought he was too.
Yeah, there he is. I found him. We're good. He's got an S, so he's good. Yeah. I like this. Sounds like it's going to be carnage. Let's go. It's always carnage. PSA from Deluxe. I mean, Australian snow season possibly worst to date. Send stickers for morale. AngrySnowboarderStore.com. Go ahead, buy yourself some. All right, we got super chat from Gringo Brian. Under 100 days until shreddy time. My spin to whoever only needs one letter. No, it's your spin. You can't give your spin away. We don't
I don't think
allow
anybody's
that.
even that close. I don't think anybody's one letter away.
You went bankrupt anyways. So what? You're gonna go make the person that was about to win bankrupt? Who are you? Letters? Jesus. All right. We got Jack off beat. Any recs for when I'm in Snowmass mid-December? What do you got for this man?
I mean, you're gonna want to go to Jing. That's the best sushi in town. It's amazing. It'll be euphoric. And then go see Radio.
Southern California, and he's Asian.
Trust me, it's the best in Aspen. It's delicious. It's absolutely the best. So you're gonna want to go there. There's a Serbian waiter. He's the man.
Are you related to him?
No, actually, we never got that far.
He's your cousin, isn't he?
He could be. And then I've actually never ridden Snowmass. I've only ridden like Highlands and.
Oh, you've never ridden Snowmass? I thought you had. Oh,
nope,
so Snowmass is really cool. Hanging Valley Wall. You want to go do that? Do the hike at least once, but be early to it. And if someone's going slow in front of you, just push them to the side. Let them die. Who cares? Get them there. Don't get lost and have to take the elevator back from the tree runs. That is a thing out there. Otherwise, the groomers are super wide and super solid. Go as fast as you can and pop off a roller and just send it. If you do go in the park, it's big. It's big. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of my 2 cents on it.
Yeah. I mean, get ready for
I've never
best
hit any place down there. I usually roll in, shred, get in the car, and then I drive back to Glenwood and go to the China Buffet. Which is the most ghetto China Buffet because I think it was in an old Pizza Hut. Like I walked in and I was like, it smells like pizza and cigarettes in here. And I'm looking around and I'm like, I think this was a Pizza Hut in the 70s. So yeah. But let's give you a spin. No shit. Win 5 letters. He hit.
There you go, Jack.
Our boy just getting in there.
But also Jing is not in Snowmass, it's in Aspen proper. So just go to Aspen proper to eat. That's a good spot.
Well, I mean, you can get around. There's shuttles and buses and everything there, and Ubers. And although I don't know what an Uber down there actually costs. Like
I don't either. Never done it.
That's got to be scary. Like super scary. Where the hell are you?
They're probably all like Uber XLs and like the fancy ones. Right? You're not getting anything less than an Escalade getting picked up in. Yeah. So
probably paying $40 to go 5 blocks.
Yeah. It's a small town. You can just walk everywhere too. It's like,
yeah, that's true. A free bus is worth it though. Where the hell? I thought he was on here, but maybe he went he went bankrupt and then we removed him. That's right. All right, well, we'll add him on. S.N.O.W.B.O.A.R.D. Damn, dude. You went from nothing to something. So, we got Tim Bobo. Burton's a B Corp, right? Are there any other brands that line up ethically? Yeah, Burton's a B Corp, but that just means they pay for it.
That's all B Corp means.
I mean, you pay to be so people will feel better about it. Endeavor's a B Corp. If you really want to talk about environmental sustainability and snowboarding, the only brand that you can really say that about, in my opinion, is Venture Snowboards out of Silverton. So here's the crazy thing. So all their sawdust that they have from their core milling and shit goes into their heater to heat and power their facility, right? So you've got that, like the trees, it's all like almost everything's locally grown. It's there, like everything. They're one of the most sustainable companies. Mervin's pretty up there too. I know the SWS factory and Capita is getting there. Like if you're going to really talk about it, we're in a weird stage of environmental friendliness. Companies are trying stuff. Some of it's working. Sometimes like they'll be like, this is environmentally friendly. And I'm like, this is ass. But like K2 bindings are made out of castor beans. They're actually more resilient to the cold now. They don't, the material doesn't tighten up and get harder. So they're less likely to crack, which means they last longer. I was really surprised that they held their natural flex better too. So,
yeah. But Capita also does that with their sawdust, except for they take that sawdust and they use it to heat the whole town. Like,
yeah. Well,
that town neighboring it is free heat.
Use hydropower right from the river for their factory. So that's really cool.
I mean, yes, Jones as well. They use that recycled boards, a solar powered plant.
Yeah.
All of their materials come from the same area, so they're not shipping everything across the world to get it to them. All that jazz. Although it is made in Dubai, but you know, they're working on that. But
it's made in Dubai, but it's not made with slave labor. It's actually a bunch of expats working there. So
and they're one of the cleanest factories I had ever seen.
Yeah. So
like when you take a tour of that factory, it is miles ahead and different than like a lot of factories in the States here. A lot of dirty factories.
Oh my God, so many dirty factories. Never summer's filth. You wipe your feet when you leave. All right, let's give Tim Bobo a spin here. Because the wheel is open to anyone today. The chaos will ensue. Oh, no shit. He got 5. Shit. That's 2 in a row. Damn. Slushy can't get ahead, but everyone else can. So, all right. Well, there we go. Gorb with the super chat PSA. I drank too many protein shakes and my tummy hurts. Go take a big old poop. Go take a big old poop.
Just drink some gamer goo.
Yeah.
Give me
there you go. Joe Gunn, I bought my wife's snowboard from a ski website. Go to jail, must pay $20. This is like getting a commission after. Remember to click those affiliate links. That's how we stay.
Yeah, I've been updating them every day.
Yeah, so have I. I've been adding to them too. It's great.
If you guys have notifications turned on for our comments, you're probably so pissed at me halfway through the day of me just doing like 10 or 20 at a time and then stopping and then 10 or 20 and it's just blowing people's feeds up.
Yeah. Yeah, so just so everyone knows, on the old videos, the top comments now pinned from us with updated affiliate links on the old stuff. So you'll see that. But yeah, all right. We got a real question here from Jonah Childs. Why is the Ride A6 binding such a bitch to mount onto a board? Because you're weak.
I've never had a problem mounting it.
Like, where am I?
If you're having a problem with it, it's probably easier. But this. Yeah, I've never.
I mean, it's not even that thick of the foam on the bottom in there. All you need to, so put your disc in, push it down hard, make sure it's lined up to the holes. Thread one insert, then cross thread it and do everything crisscross. You'll be fine. I've never had a problem mounting a set of ride bindings. Like,
no, I've had people have problems when they're trying to move the heel cup on it, but I've never had problem trying to mount it unless you are mounting it on a channel board. Then it's a pain in the ass and you have to do math.
Yeah,
you have to, because the disc doesn't line up for a perfect 0. So you have to start at 3 degrees and then do math on the way out to where you actually like your stance. So that might be a problem. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's give this man a spin. Well, the next question gets nothing. So, all right. We'll scroll down to Crumb G. Rome Vice and ride Shadowban good. Low. Fuck yeah. Buy it. Go rip it, dude. Just go rip it. You're good, man. You're good. You're good. You're good. Spray some skiers. Spray some skiers. All right, we got ZG7. The Bataleon Party Wave Plus is gone for 2025? Yes. It's gone. Because they added in the Chameleon instead now. And then they overhauled the Surfer and they tweaked a few other things. So it's gone. It's gone. Well, the person above you loses a letter, which is jack off beat, but the person below you gains a letter, which is rough. So that's good. So, all right. So we lose one, but we gain one. So, all right. Rough's back on the board. He's got an S. He's got an S.
Yeah.
All right. Take this one from Flying Cow. Rex on a boot for a person with a wide foot. You're going to need a wide boot. And the best boot's the one that fits your foot and fits your needs. Boots that tend to be wider. Nitro has a wider boot that's specifically listed as wider. And I can't remember the model name. Solomon, any of the wide series. 32, Vans, Deluxe, certain K2s. So there's like the Masis wide, and then there's something else too. Right?
They just have a wider fit in general around the ankle as well, I think. Because that's why I don't fit in K2.
Certain models. It's certain models because the Thraxis has a tighter heel pocket.
Yeah, it just doesn't line up with me either. I don't think Vans is that wide. Vans is normally that narrower fit now. They just have so much fucking padding that you can pack them out. Just heat mold. If you want to live with that, normally you slide it on people like fuck that, especially if you have a bigger ankle because they pinch that ankle hard.
Yeah,
otherwise,
certain Burtons are also wider too.
Be weary of the Burton wide because the shell isn't actually wider. They just made the liner thinner. So you're still going to feel that shell, but you don't really feel it when you put it on.
Japanese specific boots. If you can find a store that imports the Japanese Burton ones, they're all fucking super wide.
Yeah.
Because evidently Japanese guys have really short, wide feet.
Stability.
Yes. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's give this man a spin. Oh, hey. Won yourself a small sticker pack. So make sure you email us info@angrysnowboarder.com with your mailing address, and TC will get that in the mail, and it'll go out sometime next week, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We got Mike Savicki. I'm 6'5", 225 pounds with a size 14 boot. Is the Lib Tech Skunk Ape Cambered a good board for me? If you're a solid intermediate or up, hell yeah, because that board fucks. That board is solid. That board was so much. That is such a good wide board. Like, you definitely need to be looking at that for sure. If you want an alternative for it, check out the Wired Arc as well. It's a new board from Wired for this year. I don't have one to show you because I actually sent them all back finally. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah. It's less shit in the house. It's good. Woo. Oh, next question gets a letter. All right. Let's see. Let's find the next question. All right. Let's see. Okay, here we go. We'll take this one from Jonah Childs. Are there any gear trading events coming up in Denver? I don't fucking know. I've never been to a gear trading event. I mean, I know there's sales. A lot of them. Powder Days is going to be coming up, and then what is it?
That got canceled.
What? Oh, it's all online.
It's just online. Yep.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, then that means Ski Rex is coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can go give Vail your money. Locals Appreciation Day will be coming up in November for Underground. But yeah, I don't gear trade. Who the fuck trades gear? I don't trade gear.
I know they do one up in Steamboat, but it's a gear swap thing, but you just go buy it. I don't know. I don't know.
That, like, you bring your shit in and you put it up for sale, and then yeah.
I'm assuming that's what they mean, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, well, we'll give you a letter because that's what the last one hit. So you got a letter. That's not there. That's where are we? Grabbed the wrong piece of paper. I'm fucking all over the place here. I'm having a day, dude. I'm having a day.
Me too.
I want to go take a nap. It's got an S now. All right. Well, we got Slushy with the wheel hates me. Hashtag letters no longer my friend. Well, you can get a sticker pack.
Nice.
It's like a consolation prize, right? So, I don't know. All right. And then we got letters. I'm just trying to help. Hashtag Ralph. I'm helping. Well, you get nothing. All right. We got Savage Oz. Which one would be a better daily board, the Captain Kazu or the Yes Pick Your Line on Ink? Pick Your Line on Ink's more approachable.
Yeah, I mean, the new Kazu is not terrible, but it really depends on what you want to do on it. Like, the new Kazu has more rocker in it. It's not as stiff as the old one is, but really depends. Like, that Pick Your Line on Ink, I think, carves better in quick carves and those medium carves, but that Kazu has such a long drawn out side cut on it that you can really lay down like a huge carve on it and keep your speed and everything. But it's really, what would you rather do? Pick Your Line on Ink's going to be a little bit more approachable, friendly for like just messing around.
Yeah.
Kazu, you're going to be a little bit more precise, big mountain, more technical terrain. So depends on what you want to do there.
Perfect.
Both of them good boards.
Both, yeah. Good breakdown.
Yeah. Personally, myself, I would go the Pick Your Line on Ink.
Me too. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Well, you lose a letter, but you didn't have a letter, so you lost nothing. All right. We got J.A. Physio. Hi, Angry and TC. I wonder if I can get away with a 147 Lib Tech box scratcher. 154 pounds. Boots are an 8.5. Board is thought only for progression and jibbing and small, medium park riding. No radical moves. Depends on what 8.5 boot you have. If it's really chonky, no. If it's really slim, you're still going to be pushing it if you have under a 21.5-inch stance on the 47. Because I think the 47 on that's like a 25 or around there, like 25.3 waist. So it's like just on that cusp at the width for the inserts. So you got to really kind of think about that one. Yeah.
Would be easy to press on, though.
Oh, that's rough. You went bankrupt. Ouch. All right. Christina, I have been suggested to check out Pogo Snowboards somewhere in the comments. Expensive and weird-looking decks. Are they really worth it? Honestly, no. From what I remember looking up, I haven't looked at their website in a couple months, but I remember the last time I was like, these are kind of overpriced. They're weird shapes for sure. And if you want something unique and you got the money to burn, who am I to tell you what not? I haven't ridden them, so I can't really comment on if they're good or not. But I remember looking at it going, not really feeling this.
Where are they made?
I want to say Poland for some reason, but I don't think that's right. So
I've never heard of them. I have no idea.
Yeah. Well. Ouch. Another bankruptcy. The wheel is vicious today. All right.
It's doing a lot of
got
thinking.
Bonton, Lib Tech Cygnus BM. Is it a cash grab? I mean, it's overpriced. It's got all their tech in it, but I wouldn't pay that price for it. But we do have a great top 5 list coming up for you guys called The Price is Right.
Yeah.
And you will enjoy that top 5. So,
yeah. But yeah, that thing is expensive. But you wrote it.
I wrote it. It's a snowboard. It's not, I wouldn't pay that price. They make better boards for less. Like, you put a Cygnus BM or an E-Jackknife, I'm going to pick an E-Jackknife. I'm going to pick a rig. I'll pick a Dynamo, a Gremlin. I'll pick a fucking new anti-gravity over that. God damn. What the hell? This thing is possessed by the goddamn devil today. All right. R Rainer 00. Angry wears a size 10, but TC, you don't say your size in the reviews. Are you hiding something? Yeah. He's hiding the fact that our editor forgot to put it in a few.
I'm a size 10.
That's all it is. Like, there's a handful of them that got edited without stuff before we caught it. And rather than have him re-edited, I wanted him just to work on other things. All the new stuff that's coming out this year, it's fine. I've been proofing videos. I think we've got like, at the rate he's going, I think we'll have like 40 something in the can by September 1st. So we'll have stuff scheduled. We'll slowly roll them out one a day into 2 to 3 videos a day in there. But September 1st, videos start. That's a Sunday. And the first video will be the Arbor Candle Rain. So, yeah. I'll give you a spin. Or are you hiding something, TC? Are you?
I'm a size 10. My right foot is a 10 3/4. My left foot's an 11. Or no, opposite. Left foot's an 11. Other one's 10 3/4. I wear a 10.
Well, you lost a letter. I don't even know if you're on this list. But that's rough.
I don't know either.
Me either, but let's see. Trying to stay on top of things. Doing it as best we can. We are not playing a game of Snowboard again in the future. This is too much work.
Not until we get a producer.
I need a producer. I need all the producers. I need a whole production team. My God, if we had like 30 people working for us, imagine what we could do. All right. And we got S. Scott 1986 saying chicharrones. I want some I gotta go for some chicharrones. I'm not even gonna give you a spin. You want a snowboard. All right. We'll take the next one from Slip Noted. Got a new Gremlin and a Ride Zero. What would fit as a third board? I was thinking a Black Snowboard, Death, or Aeronaut. Hashtag N+1 rule. N being the amount of snowboards you currently have, +1. I would probably go with the Aeronaut, I think, over the B-Sod. Because I think it would be kind of the intermediary between those two boards, but that's me. What do you think?
No, I was thinking the B-Sod.
Really? Just go and charge it.
Yeah. That's because you already have the Zero for like a little. You could still do stuff like on the Aeronaut, like you can on the B-Sod, but I was like, Black Snowboard to Death, you're really charging on that thing. You're just going, that's all you want to do on it. Where, I don't know. I love the Aeronaut though. Like, I don't think you can go wrong with either of them. But you just want to point it and go, the Black Snowboard to Death's going to be like your best friend there.
I get where you're coming from.
I don't know. Probably go the Aeronaut, honestly, now that I think about it. Because the Gremlin, you could still point it and go on that really back foot dominated board. You could really carve and like hold an edge on that. So you really, I guess you don't need the Black Snowboard to Death then.
See, that's my thing.
Yeah.
See, I win. Number one.
Hey, I get the Aeronaut. Click the links. That sort of thing.
Yeah. Always click the links.
Always click the links.
Don't forget to check out the cultural mystery link down below too. We got that. Oh, lose a letter. That's rough. Ouch. You weren't on the list, but you could have been. We got Michael Stacy, who's won a snowboard. Was going to pick up a Ride Shadowban this year, but now I'm debating on a Chameleon. Thoughts between the two? They are completely opposite boards. They really are. Chameleon's your cruisy carver. You really want to turn. You can still pop with it. And then the Shadowban's a directional twin all mountain freestyle board. They're two opposite ends of the spectrum there. They really are. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We got Martin Hunt. Picked up the Tweaker Pro and the Megadeth. Any suggestions for rounding out the quiver with something more playful and replacing a tired Ultra Fear? Also, when winter, it's 107 degrees Fahrenheit here. Jesus Christ, how are you not melting to death?
Jesus.
Fuck.
Hell of a
Fuck.
quiver, though. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, you definitely need something soft and playful. At that point, I'd
Yeah,
probably
'cause-
pick up like a Ride Zero. You know?
I was even thinking something softer, maybe. Like, but yeah, I mean, a Ride Zero wouldn't be bad.
You know, you could pick
I
up a
think
new Ultra Fear.
Honestly, what I think you need is a party board.
War Pig?
What do you say? Yeah, like a War Pig, or like even like a service dog, something like that. But something fun. Maybe even a dance hall if you really wanted. But like,
Ooh, Dancehaul wouldn't be bad either.
that's what I would go with. Something Cambered party board would be like what I would recommend, because that Tweaker Pro is stiff as shit. That thing will hold an edge. Same with your Megadeth. Gonna hold an edge. Gonna pop to the moon on both of those boards. But I think you need something for when you've had a few drinks or another, and you're just like, I just need to have fun out there today and not go super hard. So I'd say a party board. We got a list for that coming out too.
Yep. I get a Resort Twin.
Yeah. You could. I mean, that wouldn't be a bad board either.
Spray skiers. All right. We got Pat Zaransky up in Leadville. RIP the homie Slushy. I guess it's time for me to start buying more gear for the season. # bankrupt letters. He's already won. He got a snowboard. He won. He won this. Oh, TC loves you, Pat. Get 2 letters. There you go. That's a solid come up right there. Where are you? You're somewhere around here. It's okay. What do we got? Only 2 more weeks of this? 2 more after this week? These live streams, and then it's September. And then
Yep.
And then we're gonna be cutting. I don't think he's on there. We'll put Pat on the list. It's okay.
I might have went bankrupt then.
But yeah, starting next month, we're only gonna bust out the wheel once a month, and it'll be open to everyone. We want to answer more questions and spend more time with that. So, yeah. All right. We got Alpine, Ibex. Hey, Angry, got the basin parking pass? No. Thoughts on the parking situation? I don't need it. You really only need it on weekends. There's no reason for me to get that midweek at all. Like, we're never going to have that problem with midweek. So, you know, there's that. But I kind of get that parking thing. For weekends, it makes sense. It's just like they get overloaded. They have limited parking resources. So,
yeah,
you know, that's where they're at. Also, guys, we do have a poll going in the chat. So wherever it appears on your screen, but this week's poll is, should we post a deal / product of the week here? And so the answers are yes, no, more videos, and click the links. So, you know, go from there. But yeah, parking situation. The only place we get a parking pass is Copper, because then we can park next to the chairlift. That matters.
Yeah.
When we go to the basin, I mean, I think once this year we had to park in the middle lot.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even that bad. Oh, hey. Win yourself a small sticker pack, sir. Make sure you email us info@angrysnowboarder with your mailing address. And TC will get that in the mail to you next week. So get some stickers out. Harry Chen, if I win something with Wheel, I'm buying a board. Big money, big money, big money. Click the links, click the links. Big money. No, you son of a bitch. You won bankruptcy. You win bankruptcy. Go buy something.
Yay.
Right, guy. If I normally ride a 59 to 61 but size down to a 57, why is that considered volume shift? # Girth Brooks? No. Girth Brooks is great, but no, it's not really, because you're only going down, 2 centimeters, and you're just getting to a slightly wider one that's still going to be proportionate. Now, if you went down to like a 152 wide, yeah, and it was real girthy, so yeah.
A double wide?
Well, that's a bankruptcy. That's
Mhm.
rough. Ouch. All right, we got B seams. Lost 16 pounds this week and already put it back on. Dysentery is a hell of a drug. Through God, all things are possible, so jot that down. No. None of that bullshit. None of that live, love, pray bullshit. We're a live, love, Limp Biscuit type of family around here. The hunt for 203 continues since Canada sucks. Hashtag IASIP. Hashtag Strongo. Hashtag click the links. Dude bought a 203 from Canada, and they're like, yeah, we'll ship it to you. Then they hit him back up. They're like, we threw the box out. We don't have a box big enough. I'm like, fucking staple 2 boxes together and call it good. Like,
Just
how
take
hard
2
is
together.
that? When I had to send that 203 back, I had to make my own box. Fucking people that dent. Oh my God, it's got to be sealed perfectly. My shit looks like a fucking 5-year-old with Down syndrome put it together. He's trying. It might make it, you know? This dude's already won a snowboard, so he gets no spin.
No.
Oh. Yeah, there we go. Caden Mitchell. I ride East Coast All Mountain Resort Freestyle. I have a ride machete. What bindings should I get? C6s.
Yeah.
Like Rome Vice, bent metal action. You know?
Union Force.
Yeah. Just meat and potatoes binding.
Jones
Like
Mercury.
middle of the road, all mountain freestyle binding. That's all you need. Yep.
Yes, I think.
Well, that's brutal. The person above you loses a letter, and the person below you gains one. So Rough loses a letter.
The wheel giveth and the wheel taketh.
Yes, the wheel is, which he just got that letter, so now he's losing that. And then Flying Cow gains a letter, so he's got the S in the end going on there. This is how this goes around here, you know. Wheel is just horribly hurting people. Jack off beat. All right, there's been a rise in more butter snowfluencers peddling snake oil. What will it take to end this scourge? Hashtag racist. Hashtag thanks for the letters. Hashtag I stay in my lane. Yeah, this morning I wake up and I'm like scrolling through like I normally do, waiting for the sun to rise because it's cold and I don't want to go outside and my dog can sleep a little longer. And some other dude shows up. He's one of these butter people. And I'm like, what is it? And they were the most fucking soggy ass butters I'd ever seen. And the dude was on a Never Summer Proto. So it had their lasagna camber. And I'm like, how can you not fucking butter when the board's already pre-bent for you? Like, the fuck? And he's like trying to sell classes or like, I'm a fitness expert and you're going to do this exercise. And I'm sitting here like, just ride fucking camber, dude. If you could butter on camber, I'd be impressed, but you can't. And then like, he's like, there's another, I was just scrolling everything. And there's a video that's like, carving is an art form. And the best comment was, carving is an art form, but this ain't art. And I was like, fucking told him, dude. Like, this guy's like, I'm carving hard. And his toe side, totally what you would expect. His heel side just completely shitted, fucking skidding the turn, just looking awful. And I'm like, God damn. All these guys suddenly think they become a butter expert because they sit around in their fucking parents' garage spinning around and doing shit. And it's like, get on fucking snow and just ride more, you little bitches. Like, just ride more. When I wanted to ride more, I just moved to the mountains. I gave up everything to do it. Like, you guys fucking suck. The reason you do the butter thing is because there's no barrier to entry for it. You can half-ass everything and say that's how it's supposed to look. And they look sloppy as shit. No one's holding you accountable. Like, fucking do better. It's like, goddamn, every time I see those, I just report them as terrorists.
I mean, it's extremely low risk. Like, so.
And most of them don't even ride a cambered snowboard, or if they do, it's so fucking dog shit soft, you can fold it tip to tail. And I'm like, I literally just want to go and be like, you're 165 pounds. Here's a 154 ride kink. It's not even that stiff, but it's got camber. Go do all that stuff and watch them just eat shit and die and just be like,
Yeah.
like, it's like, oh my God. Like, the best thing you can do is click the do not recommend and block tab. Like, fuck these people. Like, I swear to God, I'm going to go do a 30-day butter challenge because everyone believes I can't snowboard. I'll make faceless videos. I'll make a fake account just to prove a point and be like, and finally on the 30th day, I'll be like, by the way, I run Angry Snowboarder. I did this as a complete fucking joke. Like, I'll make an AI avatar. Shit, I don't give a fuck. It's like, what the fuck, you know? Like, oh my God. It's like, yeah, just do better. And like the funny thing is, they're like, we're buttering. And I'm like, you can't even fucking hold a press. Like, they won't even land 90 and slide like 30 feet holding it. It's like they land 90, then they revert it right around. They're like, look, and I'm like, you know what they are? They're the fucking Australian breakdancing woman to me. That's what they are. Like, that's what it looks like. You look at that and you're like, Jesus Christ. My generation was held accountable. Like, we were held to a higher standard. These guys, you tell them that and they're like, you're a racist. You hate me. It's like, fucking sack up, Buttercup. Do better. Like, teach people how to use their fucking edges. Like this guy today, he didn't even know how to pop off his edge with any ankle movement. And I'm like, so he's like, this is a nollie 360. And I was like, you're already like 130 before you even spin. Like, you're still on the ground. I'm like, oh my God. Just horrendously bad. So yes, report him for domestic terrorism. That's it. Like, report them. Just block them. Do everything you can. Spin again. Haven't hit that one today.
Yeah. I didn't even know that was on there today.
There's spin again and reverse spin. So,
yeah.
Wait, where's this going? Oh, hey. Dude's coming in hot today. He's got the B again. So he's up to 5 letters on the board. So, I mean, I love it when our people are like, Butter Dojo can't even carve. Facts. Factually true. You know? So, all right. We got Hilux Shred. Hey, what's up, guys? We're live streaming. Which board would you rather have as a daily? A Golden Apex Orca or the Solomon Dancehaul Pro?
Yeah.
It's more versatile, in my opinion.
Save the money, too.
Rides better. It's got more camber underfoot. It doesn't have that flex point in the hinge there with the dip in it and stuff. It's just it's a better board in my opinion. So, give me a spin. Remember to check your screws. All right, we got a super chat here from Dominic. What directional twin for after knee replacement? Last year's Shadowban and Nitro Team are decent bargains. Capita Mercury, the BBC 203, anything with a sick ass Panther graphic. Hashtag young knee at Thirsty Thursday 24. Youngest knee. Oh man. Honestly, like, you want something that's going to be damp and forgiving. The Shadowban's a little aggressive with its camera profile. I honestly would tell you, get a GNU anti-gravity. It's a little bit thicker of a core. It's got a little more epoxy in it. It's going to ride a little more damp. And it's a directional twin, and it's a good board. Or if you're like, I don't really want the Lib Tech or a Mervin, I would look at the new Rome Warden. Or even last year's Rome Warden, because you could get a crazy deal on that. It's not going to be so domineering with its camber profile compared to the others that I think that would be the right way to ease you back in to take it. Because like when I did my knee, I didn't get surgery. I just rehabbed it and everything. I probably should have got surgery. I took it easy the next year and rode a softer flexing board. And as I took it easier, it was easier. And I had a great season. And then the season after that, with all the PT I did, I went into something I think that was the year I got the Shadowban. I think maybe it was the year after that. But yeah, I rode a Warden and was just super, super happy with it. So yeah, yeah, that's my takeaway. What do you have for this man?
Yeah, no, you definitely need something damp, and that anti-gravity is probably the best solution for you. Where I would say out of everything on the list there, I would probably go with Shadowban just because of how damp it is and those urethane sidewalls. But like you said, I think that anti-gravity is probably going to be your best option.
Yeah.
Especially because once you have it, your knee gets strong. You could just mess around on that thing and go back to riding your other boards, but you're going to want something to keep you the training wheels on for a little bit.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, so Tommy Bennett, if you're in here, take it easy when you're finally cleared to ride again. Don't tear your labrum again. Oh, you got that Avon tax. That's rough. If you were on the list, you would have lost 4 letters, but you didn't. All right. Okay. I like this PSA from Sejimon. Speaking of editing, the new vids are excellent. We're trying some stuff. I actually have to start editing some videos too. So there's going to be a little bit of a gap in some quality and stuff, and things are going to look a little different. I know where my editing abilities are. They are not good. All right, we got Jimmy McElroy. I found a really good deal on the Captain Aeronaut, but would that be too much overlap with the Nitro Banker? Seems like they have similar cycles. No.
Not at all. Not at all.
Not at all. Complementary? Yes. Overlap? No.
Yeah, because that Nitro, they turn so much different. Even if they do have a similar radius side cut, like that Banker wants to stay flat. Like that thing wants to stay flat and fast. Where that Aeronaut, if you don't like put your pretty much, if you don't put pressure into that edge, that thing's gonna turn like dog shit. Like you have to like ride that board strong. So no overlap there.
No overlap. Yeah. All right. We're spinning. Jimmy, you won yourself a small sticker pack. So email us info@angrysnowboarder.com and TC will get that in the mail next week. You know, so yeah. Let's see. We got this one from Luke DeSunia. Which brands are doing 2 or 3 year graphics? That seems like a financially sustainable choice. Rosinal, Amplid, Karua. Some companies are just doing like certain, like Jones is kind of doing it with some models. I think we're going to see more people doing it though.
Yeah. Yeah, Jones is doing it with like their flagship, their Stratos, that sort of stuff. But they're doing 2 years.
They're going to be 2 years. Like the Mind Expander just went through its 2 year. Hovercraft is on its 2nd year.
And I could honestly see him keeping the Hovercraft for 2 more years. It's just one of those boards.
It's a wood top sheet. Like at that point, there's no reason to change it. And I think like at this point, you'd be like, hey, we've got an X number year cycle we're going to run on this board. So if we know it's going to be 4 years, I'd be like, that's the graphic for 4 years. So for 3 of those years, you do not have to discount it. And then that 4th year. So like last year with it, I was thinking about this today. I was like, well, you know, if we had more companies doing more of this cycle, right? With it being a bad year this past year with the shops, like a lot of shops are blowing stuff out because they're trying to get the new graphic in and stuff. I was like, if they hadn't changed the graphic, right, they had carried it forward, they would have been like, what do you need to reorder? Like, what sizes are you running out of? Oh, you're out of 57s. You're out of 54s. Okay, put your order in for just those and order more of those and keep those. And you don't have to lower the price and you can just carry it forward. It makes more sense.
Yeah.
And I'm all for common sense decisions like that. Plus, that also means higher commissions when they click the links.
Yeah.
Oh, next question gets nothing. All right, let's see. Mike T, I ain't scared of this fucking wheel. # game of chance. Yeah, but you got nothing. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got here. Travis Hoffarth, Jones rep extraordinaire. # loyal to the Leaf. Yeah, well, man, there's two things this guy's good at: pulling his hog and riding his hog.
Yep.
Ugh.
No, we're going on a date to Jing, so
Are you riding bitch on the back of his Harley?
Oh, I've done it before. Have I ever told you that story?
No.
We were riding through Steamboat, taking Steamboat Boulevard, like through like the back area, like by the golf course, and we were about to get on Fish Creek Falls Road. And I'm just sitting on the back with my hair flowing in the wind. We're at the stop sign. I'm looking around, and all I hear is Travis go, "Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit." And I look down, and I'm like, "Oh." And we're tipping because his foot, he set it down on gravel, and he just started sliding, and he was about to dump the bike. And I'm so tall that I can just put both feet down on the back as I'm sitting on it, and we're totally good. And I'm just standing there, and he goes, "Stop, what happened?" And he looks back, and both my feet are on the ground. And he's like, "Oh shit." I was like, "Yeah, almost dumped a brand new bike."
He's just a short king, man.
Yeah.
He's just a short king.
I'm just his kickstand at the end of the day.
If Trev was into comic books, he'd be a comic accurate version of Wolverine. He's hairy and he's short.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No anger, though. No anger.
Yeah.
He's very docile.
Angry Trev would be funny, though.
I've never seen Trev angry. I kind of want to see him angry.
Yeah. I don't know how.
Yeah. All right. We got Super Crazy Peanut Butter Dave. I have a 160 instrument. What would be a good board? 163 to 165 medium to medium soft that would complement the short tail instrument. So you just want to go with something that's got more tail to it then. That's all. Maybe it's time to bump up to like a directional twin or something like that. Like ride Shadowban.
Yeah.
Jones Mountain Twin, Nitro Team, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Captain Mercury.
Yeah. Hell, you could even go like an algorithm. I know they come in that size.
Yeah. Oof. The person below loses a letter, but they did not have anything.
Who is it? Oh, okay.
Alex, have either of you ridden the Burton Family Tree shortstop? Nope. Not a big Burton fan, but they just cleared out a bunch on deep discount, so I'm going to grab one. Wondering what your thoughts are. I don't have thoughts on it. I try not to have thoughts on it. Like, I'm at this point in my life where like I just don't care about Burton anymore. Like they're a marketing company that markets snowboarding, and they don't even do that good.
Well, the Family Tree line used to be sick. When it first came out, it used to be like, this is the free ride powder shit. And you're like, yeah. And now it's just like, they're just putting everything in it and giving it that graphic. And you're like, God damn. Like, I think it started going downhill when they made that Burton fish mod. And they put a tail on the fish. You're like, didn't need that.
Step-ons.
You think for the Family Tree, though? Like, I think
for
that's
everything.
When that
step-ons. The second they started pushing step-ons on everything went to shit, in my opinion. Realistically, everything went to shit about 15 years ago, would be my guess. I'd say it's about 15. Right about the time they moved the U.S. Open to Vail, that's when shit, I started noticing that their shit was getting, like, more wonky. And I was like, and their higher-end stuff was, like, mid-quality from everyone else. And I was like, yeah, this is it. I agree with you on the Family Tree side of things, and, like, that's what it was. But at the same time, I'm like, they just make bullshit. Like, I wouldn't waste my money with them.
The Trick Pony used to be a sick board when it had the double indent on the nose and tail. Sick board. Next year they changed it. The year after that they changed it again, and then they just cut it completely. And you're like, why are you changing the board and keeping the same name? It's not the same. That's like you making like an F-150, but then you're like, we're going to make it a minivan, but we're going to call it an F-150. Like, it's not the same thing.
No, it's a Pontiac GTO station wagon.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's what they did. They took, so just so everyone knows, I can talk about GTOs because I was supposed to inherit one from my grandfather. But my grandfather owned a bunch of GTOs, and he had a GTO station wagon. And he had a regular GTO. And, like, at the end of the day, it's a GTO station wagon. It's a station wagon,
Mm-hmm.
And
that's what it is.
And that's kind of, you look at it and you're like, it's like it's like the E Mustang. It's a station wagon.
That's what I was looking for.
It's a fucking station wagon.
Yeah.
You know, you look at it and you're like, it's not a Mustang. It's a Mustang station wagon. And it's electric.
And it's electric.
What are you going to do when you're trying to keep your seat heaters on and you're stuck in traffic and it's electric and you can't get to a charging station? You're going to die. Yeah. That is not a car you want to get stuck on 70 with. Remember to check your screws, especially if you do buy a Burton.
I was going to say that, actually. Be like, yeah, you should check those screws because they haven't figured out the channel quite yet.
All right, we got Caden Mitchell. Should I get a Ride Shadowban or a Spring Break, I assume, Resort Twin? Yes, the answer is yes. Just yes. I'm not going to tell you one over the other. Just yes.
Whichever one you like better.
Oh, you got yourself a small sticker pack for your new snowboard. So make sure you email us info@angrysnowboarder with your mailing address, and we'll get that in the mail to you. And TC will send that out next week.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right, Francois Seguin. If you had to pick one out of personal preference, which would it be? Captain Aeronaut, Ride Algorithm, or K2 Alchemist? That's gonna be a tough. Let me know what you would pick, sir. That's a tough one.
Yeah, I was like, well, I have one.
For me, it's very easy.
I got one behind me. Probably the Aeronaut. Just I don't know. I really like that board. I like how it pops.
You like hitting trees with it.
I like hitting trees with it. It fucked up the tree. It didn't fuck up the board. I like that one. What are you going with?
Algorithm.
Yeah.
I mean, I just want a directional twin. That's all I want. That's all. Camber dominance. That's all I want. That's all I want. It's a very easy question for me to answer. It's just a beefier version of what I've been riding.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really like that stiffer flex pattern now, but I'm like, I can still do it.
Yeah.
Plus, the fact that I'd be coming off of riding the exact same shape and camber profile. I know how that side cut react. Like, I know how everything will react. So I'm like, there's no learning curve. I just get on it and go. I'm like, yeah, that's it. Hey, got yourself a small sticker pack, sir. Make sure you email us info@angrysnowboarder, and we'll get that in the mail to you. So, all right, let's see. All right, we got a PSA from our moderator, Jack Off Beat. PSA, Thirsty Thursday at Ski Cooper, 2/20/2025. Buy your tickets by 2/18/25 at the latest. That's right, Ski Cooper outside Leadville, Colorado. We're doing a meetup. This will be the 3rd annual one. We all just get together. It's $30 lift tickets. You have to buy them 2 days in advance. We just go up, we shred. We will have a radar gun. We will be giving an award to whoever has the top speed. We also might be having feats of strength and chicken wrestling at the bar. You never know. There's also rumor of a Rangoon eating contest. So
all right.
So yeah, all right. Scott 1996, spin for stickers. Fine, I'll let you spin for stickers. I'll let you. You asked a question. It's fine. Whatever. And you got him. You won. You win small stickers. That's just fucking hilarious.
I didn't actually think that was going to happen.
Well, make sure you email us with that mailing address so we can get that out. Okay.
Or let us know when you're in town.
Yeah, either or. Tyler Silvestri, the wheel feeds off of the solace of shadows, the dark of night, and the blood of evangelicals. Hashtag say, take my soul. Hashtag ride for safety.
That's fair.
That's fucking hilarious. The person below you loses a letter, which is even better.
No. Yeah, that's him saying that from the last time he lost a letter.
Dude, what the fuck? That's just so funny. All right. This is one from you from the COD, codename 911. Is the Jones Outerwear lifetime warranty for real? Break it down. You use Jones Outerwear.
I mean, as long as it's not like, as long as it's a warranty thing, yeah, like your zipper breaks, something like that. If you smoke a tree and it pokes through, no, that's not covered. But pretty much everything, like any manufacturer thing, yeah, that should be covered under it. They're pretty good about it too. Like, but it's just, what did you do to the jacket? Like, is the Velcro stopped working? That's manufacturer error, something like that. But you poke a hole in it, you scratch it, you burn it. That's just user error at that point. So yeah, it should be for real. Like, I haven't had to warranty any of my stuff, but it should all be legit. They're pretty good about it with their boards, so I don't see why they wouldn't be with their jackets.
Ooh. Reverse spin. Spray skiers. Spray skiers.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We got Quattro Creep. Have a Yes Great Sun Ink and a Jones Ultramind expander. What would you add as an export for the Quiver and why? 203 BBC. Something big, black, and cannon.
I thought you were going to say Cambered.
Could have. The big black Cambered cannon. The BBCC.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
It's a pretty decent quiver so far. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I mean, between the uninks and that, maybe that's why I was saying like a big board. Lib Tech Doughboy, something fun and unique. Maybe a bank board.
Yeah, I was thinking like a free carver 9000, something like that. Maybe just a carving board in general. You could. That's what I would recommend probably, because you got something for the park, you got something for the all mountain, you got something for the powder. Maybe get something that you could just rip a nasty carve on, like a Megadeth free carver 6 or 9000, depending on how hard you want to carve that thing. Or like, would you say a Pantera?
Yeah, I mean, it would fit in there with what you want. If you want to go balls to the wall and rip hard carves with a lot of camber, maybe like something from Karua, like a pencil, or even a dart or a cafe racer. If you did amplet, maybe a pentaquark or a soulmate or a Soully Grail or something. That's kind of where I'm thinking. So. Person below you loses a letter. Stephen Montrose, which I don't even think he's on the list, but I'll double check.
He might have got on last week, but I don't.
Might have. You never know. The list is long. A lot of people winning a lot of stuff, mainly letters. Lots of letters. No, he is not on there. So, well, you did not lose a letter.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got LEM. Husband has 2 bindings, Union Felcors and Atlases, but 6 boards. Quiver is K2 Manifest, Yes Optimistic, Lago Double Barrel, Rosnell Sashimi, Lib Tech Orca, Tellus Caldera. 3rd binding recommendations. Get a set of Rome Katanas. Because you can run that on everything that you have there. They won't be they'll have a little more power laterally compared to the Felcors, and they'll be a little softer than the Atlases. Like it's a good middle ground between those two, in my opinion. So, what do you think?
Well, I was thinking a Mercury for sure. You know me.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be more comfortable than those other 2 bindings, especially if it's the older version of those. But otherwise, honestly, I was thinking something soft, like even like an Ultra for like that Orca and that Sashimi. Like, get something really nice and surfy, and then you kind of have everything covered, where it's not going to give you all that response with like the Falcor does, but something like that maybe even like a K2 edition. But I would go softer, probably, in my eyes.
So maybe a K2 Bond instead of the Edition.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
But something like that. Like, because you already have those upper echelon bindings where you don't really need anything in that same wheelhouse. Like, even a Force would be too similar to those, in my opinion. But, like, yeah, I think that'd work for him.
The wheel is spinning.
Ooh.
We got some bankruptcy going on there.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. I don't even think you're on the list right now. So it's okay. You can just stay off the list. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
A snowboard's not going to help them anyway. You know, look at that Quiver. He needs bindings.
I have bindings I can give away. Like if someone's like, I don't want a board, I'll be like, do you want bindings? I just found like 3 more pairs of bindings. I was moving this. I was like, where the fuck did this come from? It's like the other day, I found 8 snowboards in the bathroom. I was like, what the fuck is this? This is my life right now. So, yeah. So, oh well. All right, we got Nate. I want a Beyond Metal since Bataleon has them on sale for a pretty sweet discount, but I really don't need another board.
You want that board.
The question is N+1. The amount of snowboards you have plus 1 is what you need.
Yeah, you want that board. That board's
You want the board,
especially
but at the same time, here's the thing. If all your stuff's good, nothing's clapped out, fuck it. Just wait. Take that money, buy more lift tickets, buy a season pass, do whatever, ride more. If your board's clapped and you're going to replace it, fuck yeah, go get it. There you go.
In my opinion, if it's last year's one with the ski ballet on it, you want to get that board. I thought about picking it up when I was doing links this week. I was looking at them. I was like, oh, that's pretty cheap, actually. I kind of want one.
Spray skiers. And we have a PSA from our Master of Ceremonies for Thirsty Thursday, Gorbathy. PSA, we do have a Discord, just so everyone knows. We have new Discord bot rules. The banana chance dropped to 1 in 50, and gunking costs 20 bananas. Gunking active 24/7. Spin active daily 3 to 4 p.m. Gungus. If you're not in our Discord, you have no clue what that means. If you are in our Discord, you're like, why does this look like a 1990s AOL chat room and there's 10 conversations and it's not like any organized Discord server on the planet? Because yes, that's what it is. It's so bad TC won't even go in there anymore.
I'll get back in for the winter, but in the summer I needed a little break.
All right. Here we go from Thick Boy 69. Angry radar gun is on the way to you. Super chatting for batteries. 69 miles per hour and a broken pelvis from me on Thirsty Thursday. Or are we taking bets on who's getting what speed?
I don't know if that mountain will allow that speed.
You would have to start at the top with a push across the flat into the pump. Then you'd have to go up through the gate, the race house, to drop into the race course to point it straight. And then you need to do a slight angle at the right to get where I think I'm going to be with the radar gun to get your speed. And then pretty much you have to slam on the brakes or you're going sideways past where the ambulance pulls up and hitting the corral and flipping over it and dying in the parking lot. Totally acceptable. We're not denying that, but I think there's going to be a lot of people that don't get above 35 miles per hour that think they go way faster, though. That's my bet. That's my bet. A lot of people are like, I'm going to hit 50, and they're going to be like, and I'm going to be like 32.5.
I'm going to be impressed, I think, if anybody can get to 35.
It's very
flat. That's why I'm like, I don't.
Like if we were at Copper on the race course, I'm pretty sure we could get 50. Ski Cooper.
Oh yeah, that's easy. Someone would probably die there with the radar gun. Here, you're gonna be like getting people paddling, like trying to pick up speed. Bam.
Yeah. Ouch.
Ooh, so close.
You got bankruptcy. That's rough.
You sure did. I was waiting to see if it popped out, but it went.
It's Tim Hunt is asking. It's my stag do at Queenstown. I'm way too hungover too. What's a good binding? I don't know. You're drunk at this point or hungover. Walk in and buy whatever they sell you. see what they sell you. That's the game. Tim's hungover. What will he buy?
That could be a fun
Walk
game,
into whatever
actually.
shop is down there and see what they'll sell you. That's the game.
Yep. It's got to be the worst shopping experience ever. Just hungover trying to buy bindings.
Person below you loses a letter. That's Jimmy McElroy, who does not have anything. So I think. Yeah, so you're okay. All right. Got a kids board recommendation we need for Luke DeSania. My 8-year-old is looking for a kids board with camber. He likes the Jones Prodigy. Any other camber dominance?
Children of the N.O.W.B.O.A.R.D.
I think that kids signal is camber. And then there's Children of the N.O.W.B.O.A.R.D.
I believe the Nitro Volcom collab is
the Mini Beast or whatever it is. It's like the Cleveland or whatever they call it.
They call it the Ripper or something like that.
The Ripper, yeah, that's it.
That one is
I think
the Nitro Zero Junior. That one also.
You mean Ride?
Thank you. Sorry, I don't know why I said Nitro, but the Ride Zero Junior is the children's Huck Knife or the Huck Knife Grom as well. There's a shit ton of options. I don't know if they've hit shelves yet, but
yeah. But I would say just get the Prodigy. He likes
that's
it.
A super solid board.
He likes it. Just get it for him. He'll be happy. If he's stoked on the board, don't look at other options. Just give him what he wants. He's 8. If you make him happy, he's going to ride more. And if he rides more, you get to ride more. And that's what you want right now. He's 8.
Well, that's like the realest snowboard for kids anyway, because it's literally all of the same materials, guts, and everything that's in the adult boards. They just shrunk it down for kids. So it's got all the good stuff in it. They actually took the core milling from the kids line and brought it to the adult line just to make it easier to foot steer and more approachable. So they really think about their kids. Jeremy's got 2 or 3 kids now. And those dudes rip. Like, he makes snowboards for kids that rip. So just get the Prodigy. He'll be stoked. You'll be stoked. He'll be able to ride it for a while. He can also use it as a powder board.
Spin again. Small sticker pack. That's actually kind of cool. Because do you have any of those like my kid Rip stickers or any of those like ground ones?
I might. Yeah, I think I do.
Okay, I thought I gave you.
I don't have any of the elementary ones, but I have my kid Rips. Like
or whatever it is. You know which one I'm talking about.
Yep.
My little shredder.
You
need to give him one of those.
I'll give him one of those.
Yeah.
I'll get his kid some sweet stickers for that Prodigy too.
And then we got a PSA from Jack Off Beat. Join the Discord and tell Ed Gorb he's a very bad boy. There's the link to the Discord. So we got that. All right. We got Ian. Hashtag spray skiers always. Yes. All right. Let's see what we got here. We got Jason Whitrock spin, please. Sure. Why not? Next question gets a letter that goes to Angel Garcia. So, which I don't think you're on the list, so I'll put you down, get you on there. All right. So, all right. Well, yeah. So that was Angel Garcia, and since they asked, did you guys get to ride the Dancehaul Pro, and if so, did you like it? That was one we weren't able to get. We're going to grab that in November. Yeah. When you ride 217 products, sometimes you miss a few things. We tried. first spin of it. Trying to figure out which way I was spinning. I was confused. Person above loses a letter. Person below gets a letter. So Joe Gunn loses a letter. That's gonna suck.
Joe.
Poor Joe, just losing. Everyone's losing over here. It's awful. A bunch of losing. This is awful. This is freaking awful. Let's see, Joe Gunn. Well, he didn't have anything to lose, so we're good there. And then Mike, just regular old Mike gains a letter. Not Mike T, regular Mike, because we got too many Mikes around here. This is how this goes. Ugh. All right. Well, Mike gets a letter, so we'll put that down. Mike gets an S. All right. We got Joe Gunn with Wheel Go Burr. Sure, fine. Wheel's gonna go Burr. Ooh, Joe, you would have lost another letter. That's rough. All right. Let's see. All right, we got Divorce Vitak. Hi, it's time to finally replace my bindings on my bindings. The Strata is 21. Was looking at the Nitro team. You mentioned new model is coming and it is good. Should I wait for it or buy the current one for the Shadowban and Squatch? Just buy the current one. Save the money. You'll be fine. The only thing different is the heel strap. You'll be fine. Just buy it. You'll be good. Don't worry about it. All right. Let's give you a spin. Well, the person above you loses a letter, which is Joe Gunn. He cannot get ahead. But the person below you gains a letter. Ruff's back on the board, everybody. He's back on the board. He's back on the board. Yeah, so, all right. Let's see. Take this one from our Rainer 00. How does camber affect board personality versus stiffness? Always thought they had essentially the effect. I know I'm wrong. I just don't know how. Don't need any letters. It's a slippery slope. Oh, you're getting a spin now. Might get a sticker pack. You never know. Yeah. So camber profile, depending on what it is, like if you're going full camber, that does affect it. Like the more camber you have, the more it's going to feel stiff to you because especially if you've ridden hybrid or reverse or whatever, it changes the flex point. And the big thing is you want the core milled properly to get it to fill, to flex and fit with what you're doing in there. And so with camber, that affects how it's going to bend in certain spots, whether it's in the tips, between the feet, outside the bindings, inside the bindings, et cetera, et cetera. So it all kind of works in conjunction. So you can have a board that has a thick core with no profiling, but it has nothing to it. And it has very minimal camber, but it's got this thick core. And you're going to be able to manipulate it when it breaks in a lot of different ways versus something that's like, let's say it's camber dominant, but it's got a thin little flat spot before the upkick. That's going to be a flex point in there. And let's say that it's got a carbon fiber reverse V coming out of it. So now when you're flexing over it, it's going to change that trajectory of where the rebound and the kinetic energy is going to go. So there's so much that actually goes into that most people don't think about or they don't understand why. And I always see people that like are doing apples to oranges comparison. Well, they're both camber, so they're both going to ride the same. And it's like, oh my God, this one was made at Mervyn. This one was made in China. The core profiling is 5 millimeters completely different. Yes, the camber height's the same, the side cut's the same, but the Mervyn's going to have a gallon of epoxy. This thing's going to have pre-tension fiberglass. It changes so much in there. So it's like if more people would just pay attention, they would understand that. And it's like I feel like people just want to be told what the fuck they're going to ride and if they're going to enjoy it. So
I don't know. I think the main thing that personality is for the board is like the sidewall and the top sheet in my eyes. Because if you have just a regular P-Tech sidewall, glossy top sheet, you're going to feel everything that goes through that board. But if you have something with, like, just take Ride, for instance. They got a urethane sidewall and a urethane top sheet on some of their boards. It changes drastically, like, how that board's personality actually is compared to other stuff. Like, take that board, for instance. Very similar. Deepfake is super similar to that board, the Alchemist. But the Alchemist doesn't have any urethane in it whatsoever. It's got a totally different top sheet. And you can definitely feel the difference in the two boards on how they ride. Same customer, but it just has a way different feel that I can feel all the death cookies, everything coming through that. On the Deepfake, I really couldn't as much just because of how damp that board is. It just cuts everything out. And that's what I attribute to personality more than anything else. And I think you covered stiffness perfectly.
Yeah. So. Well, and the other thing too is like, I love when people are like, well, the flex rating's a 9 on this, and it says that you're over the weight range on it, so of course it's going to flex less. Yeah, no shit. I did that by design, dumbass. That's why I wrote a smaller board. I've been riding for 25 plus years. Like, I know what I like. I like a 157. Like, that's why I'm going to ride a 157. Yeah, okay, their top of their weight range stops at 195. You think 5 pounds is going to make that much difference? Here's what the thing you got to understand. Those flex ratings are imaginary. They're made up. They're not uniform. A 6 rating from Ride is not the same as a 6 from K2. And they're the same parent company. They're under it. Same thing if you go and you look at Nidecker, Yes, Bataleon, Rome, and Jones. All owned by the same company. A lot of them built in the same factories. Different designers. They're going to flex completely different too. That's why we're very big on it's middle of the road. It flexes here. It's a little bit below middle of the road. It's this, it's this, it's this. Like, we give you the information and then we send you out there. A guy that's 160 pounds but sits on his ass and doesn't do anything versus a guy that's 160 pounds and snowboards every day, they're going to flex entirely different.
Well, even me and, say, Travis, we're about the same weight. I got like 6-7 inches on him. Yeah. I can flex a board way different just by, like, moving my shoulders because I have so much leverage. Like, it's totally a case-by-case basis. Me and you are very similar in height. You got 40 pounds on me. You can flex a board way easier than I can without doing anything. So it's all about, like, that flex rating is bullshit. The weight thing is kind of bullshit. It's all about, like, because if you really want to get into it, leverage and all that shit, and that's just a whole nother thing.
Well, the big thing is you ideally want to be in the middle of the weight range. For the average person that goes snowboard, be in the middle of the weight range. You're going to get the most out of that board. But the other thing is that most companies don't take into consideration. Are you riding in the Pacific Northwest where it's heavier snow? You actually need to upside. Colorado, you can ride a smaller board because the snow is so fucking goddamn light. When I lived in Washington before I moved to Steamboat, my everyday boards were like 160s, 162s. I had a POW board that was a 69. And then I moved to Steamboat and I took that 69 out and I got wrecked in the trees. And that's when I dropped back down to, like, my big POW board being like a 58 to a 60. And my everyday board was like a 55 to a 57, depending what it was. And then I had like jib sticks that were like 52s to 54s because I just didn't need anything more than that. And it was like, that's the thing. And like when I lived on the East Coast at Holiday Valley, like 57 would have been my big board. I think the biggest board I owned before I moved west was I had a 59 Burton Dragon. And I got the 59 specifically because at the time that was a little bit wider and it was really good for half pipe. That's why I got it. I was riding a lot of half pipe. But then when I moved west, I was like, I don't need a board like that too. And it was different. Like when I moved west, I went from sharpening my edges like once a week to, I really, these things aren't getting as dull. I'm not riding sheet ice boilerplate that I can see my reflection in, It was so different. And that's the thing is, like, when I ask people, I'm like, where do you ride? There's a reason for that. If you're like, oh, I ride waist deep snow in Japan, I'm going to be like, yeah, you probably need something a little longer. But if you're like, oh, I ride Colorado, but I ride POW in Colorado, I'm going to be like, oh, you're 165 pounds. You can get away with a 54. You'll be fine. So, yeah. There's so many nuances to it that a lot of people don't understand. And I always see the people that hate on it. They're like, he recommends boards are too small. And I was like, because literally they're asking for Colorado. You live in the Canadian Rockies. You get more snow. If I lived up there, if I was at Revelstoke, yeah, I would be like, yeah, go with the bigger fucking board.
Yeah.
Like, it makes sense. So, that's kind of where we're at. Yeah.
Hopefully that cleared it up for you.
It's a different world, that's for sure. Ooh, next question gets a letter. Let's see. Take this one from Jason Robertson. Did the new board for Blake replace another board? No, they literally added a new board. The moderator is just a softer deep fake. It's a softer
saying it
deepfake.
should replace the board.
What's up?
I keep saying it should replace the
Shadowban
Shadowban or the smoke screen. Get rid of that turd. But maybe this is their way of getting rid of it. But yeah,
I hope
they
so.
just
God,
added it.
fucking kill that thing off. What a fucking turd.
Yeah.
I've never liked the smoke screen. And when anyone tells me they bought it and it's the best board they've ever owned, I instantly think that they've never owned enough snowboards. I'm like, you don't know what's good.
You should have tried some other ones.
Yeah. Yeah. You think that's good? Oh my God. There's so many better boards. All right. So we got him marked down with an S. All right. No, just get out of here. Not even have to go. All right. We got Angel Garcia. When's the best time of the season to plan a trip for copper? You want the best time? Okay.
Best time of the season?
Best time of the season? So either you want to get there early March, because then March is typically the snowiest month of the year and it has the strongest base. But if you go early, you need to figure out what colleges are going on spring break and look at when Easter falls, and that's going to align where spring break is. Or if you line that up right. Otherwise, I tell people you want to show up President's Monday and leave by that Saturday, the following Saturday, because President's Monday, most people are leaving. There's not a lot of people coming in. It's a travel day. You can use a holiday day as a travel day. You don't really lose anything. And then you're there for that week. Plus, you could show up to Thirsty Thursday on 220 and go up to Ski Cooper and hang out with the whole Angry crew. Because I have a feeling last year we had 40, I think it was like 48 people. And I think we're going to hit like 100 this year. It's ridiculous. But you could do that. But I think that's actually the best week. And typically you get snow on that week too.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Ooh, spin again. Bankruptcy.
Ooh.
Ooh. And you had one letter, and now you lost the letter. It's rough. Bankruptcy is bad. Bankruptcy is bad. All right. Well, we're about a half hour behind on questions, so we got to speed round some of this shit. Eric Mysalewski, main difference between the Captain Outsiders and Indoor Survival. Thanks, been camber profile and stiffness. Outsiders is way more burly than the Indoor Survival. That's it. That's it. Yeah. Indoor Survival, more approachable. You want to go hit big lines and send it as fast as you can? Outsiders. That's what I tell people.
The Outsiders is more board than a lot of people need.
Yeah. Reverse spin. You get nothing. From Rag Guy, curious, have you heard anything from the K2 reps on a future board to sit alongside the Antidote, similar to the Alchemist Passport? No, it's the Almanac. That's where the Almanac's really going to fit in there. That's why they got rid of the Party Platter and they did it. That's where it's going to be. It would basically be Antidote, Alchemist, Passport, Almanac. It's in that range. So
yeah.
They'll try to tell you it's the Embassy, but it's a snowboard. Like at the end of the day, I wrote it. I was like, oh, it's a directional twin. I don't know. It's the Embassy. I was like, yeah, whatever. Spray skiers. All right. I like this one from Jason Robertson. Are you guys going to get that collab with the boys from Tribute Launch this year? I've been leaving comments on their videos. They tried to call me out again in their latest vlog where they were like, we don't want that angry guy. That's why our top fives are top 5+1. And I was like, well, technically ours are top 5+3 because there's honorable mentions. So it's really top 8.
I would like to. Those guys are cool.
I'd like to work
with
those guys. I really wish they would set up an affiliate program because I think we could drive so many sales to them, and they're such a good shop. So if they see this or somebody wants to send this to them, let them know. Like, we would love to do an affiliate program with them to drive sales, because especially because the Canadian market is, with NAFTA and everything, and like the way you can ship stuff, it's getting so much better and it's making sense for people. Like, a lot of people were buying boards from Wired Direct this year because they were like, oh, shipping, I live in Washington, oh, it's $25 to ship it from Vancouver to Seattle, okay. And they were just doing that. They were getting boards for like $225. And then like Source, the Boardroom, they were all selling stuff up there super cheap. So like there's a lot of great shops up there, but I'd love to work with Tribute in that regard because I really do believe in what they're doing. I think they're a great shop, and I think we could help move sales for them in a great capacity. And they've got a good online presence and they're doing good things. So yeah, we would love to work with them. Ouch. Lose one letter. You just got one. You just lost it. That's rough. All right. We got this super chat here from Eric Mizalizovic. Most overrated, underrated resorts. Breckenridge is overrated.
Yeah, okay.
It's easily accessible to get to, but it's very overrated. It's a very flat mountain. Like, people don't understand that. The steepest spot is Lake Chutes, and you have to wait until it fills in for it to be good. The tree riding's good, but it's overrated. Like, most of the Vail resorts are overrated, in my opinion.
I was going to say Vail is my number one overrated, I think.
Yeah, well, the Vail resort. Like people that are like, I love going to Vail. I was like, you love going to a truck stop with a ski resort?
I hate Vail because the one area you want to go to, when it's time to leave at the end of the day, you're standing in line for 45 minutes while they load that one chair out. I don't know if they've changed it since the 3 years I've been there, but it sucks nuts. I hate that place.
Yeah, no, I'd rather go to, back in the day when I used to have an Epic Pass, people would be like, you want to go to Vail? And I was like, I'll drive the extra 10 minutes to Beaver Creek.
100%.
And I'd walk to Beaver Creek, totally worth it. But everyone that goes to Vail, it's like, Vail's so fucking good. I was like, sit around and circle jerk the corporate douche canoes. I was like, go to Beaver Creek. Beaver Creek was the first resort ever designed with 3D printing and LiDAR and everything so that it would follow the natural fall line. You can't get stuck there. You can't. It's designed to follow the natural fall line. 24-hour grooming train, free cookies at 2:30, free champagne toast at 3 o'clock at the Chop House. Most people don't
free
know
donuts in the morning.
What's up?
They give you a little free donut when you get off the lift in the morning there.
What? When did that start? That's bullshit. I never got a free donut.
7 years ago, maybe? We got a donut when we got off.
For 9+. No,
okay.
Well, actually, I'm not banned. I'm not banned anymore. I can buy an Epic Pass. I knew if I waited it out, everyone that was there that banned me would get fired.
Oh, yeah.
It's a war of attrition, and I'm winning. I'm going for my third banning from Vail Resorts at this point. Yeah, no, the Vail Resorts are overrated, in my opinion. I like going to some of the smaller ones. You want to know what's a really good resort, and it's underrated? Powderhorn outside Grand Junction. So many people blow past. It's in Mesa. So many people blow past that on their way to Utah. Like, my favorite thing is you get up a little early. You get there about 9. So, it means you left here about 6. So you get up at 5. You leave 6. So you get there. You can get a 4-hour lift ticket, right? That's all you need. 4 hours. It's a small resort. You go up. You have a blast. You get in the car, and then you drive to Park City or whatever when you're going to Utah. That's what I used to do. So whenever I'd go see friends, I would just go up. I'd go blast off at Powderhorn, rip, get in the car, drive like another 4.5, 5 hours, and I'd get to Utah where I needed to be in Utah. And I was like, this is fucking great. Brighton, I love Brighton, and I think everyone needs to do it. But I also think it's kind of overrated with like how many people are like, oh, because getting in the canyon sucks. Honestly, I kind of like going to Solitude, which is, I mean, it's right up there at the end of the canyon, right? But Solitude is like I had a killer half day at Solitude, and I was like, I rode there in the morning with my friend Alan, and then got in the car and drove back to Colorado that night. And I was like, and the whole time I was like, man, that was a really good day. It's like wide open groomers, good trees, found some good POW. That was really cool. Snow Basin's cool. Powder Mountain is fucking killer. I love Powder Mountain.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what I think is underrated. And honestly, I think it's just all the mom and pop shop resorts out here. Like, if you can make it out to any of the small ones, that
Ski
is
Cooper.
so much fun.
Ski Cooper
Ski
is a
Cooper.
blast.
Ski Cooper,
Sunlight.
Sunlight is the absolute shit. It makes you feel like you are back like 30, 40 years ago when like people are still sledding on the side of the runs. And you're like, okay, I guess we're doing that. I just watched like 5 kids wreck themselves into a fence. Yeah, they only went 10 feet, but you're like, this is awesome. Like, this is so much fun. They don't really clear up the snow on like their deck. So if you're walking in ski boots, 9 times out of 10, you're going to see somebody eat shit really hard, spill their whole drink.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing. Like, you're not suing those people. What are you going to get? Nothing. Like,
Big Bear is overrated, but Snow Summit is awesome. It's so funny. Like Snow Summit, you get to go hit the old Mac Dog jumps that are like the big ass loading docks. Like you watch Stand and Deliver, right? And you're like, they still make their jumps that way. And you're like, that's fucking hilarious. But Big Bear, I went to Big Bear and I was like, this place is disgusting. Their features, they push all their lips forward on the weekends. And I was like, what the fuck is this? It was so weird. Like riding at midweek versus riding on a Friday. And I was like, why are they pushing the lips forward? They're like, gotta get ready for the weekend crowd. And I was like, oh. They literally make it remedial for the weekend. And I was like, it's overrated.
That's fair.
When I think about the East Coast, Mountain Creek's overrated. Like people are like, oh, it's Mountain Creek. And I'm like, I'd rather go ride the fucking Fridge. Like the Fridge is underrated. The Fridge is fucking hilarious. 2 hours, like 30 laps later, I'm like, I'm good. I got my money's worth, you know?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Like, I think all of Vermont's overrated. I think it's just because it's there and everyone's like, oh, it's there. And I was like, anytime I've gone to Vermont, I've been like, this state sucks. This state sucks. On top of the fact, Vermont maple syrup is ass. New York maple syrup is better. Come at me, people. Come at me.
Dude, you know what? Spirit Mountain in Duluth.
Dude,
that is super underrated.
That place.
That is so underrated because like when you start at the top and you work your way down, but it just overlooks all of Lake Superior. And it's like, I'm literally snowboarding on the lake. And it's got real stuff. It's got a 3 jump line. Yeah. That it has no business being there because nobody there really has business on that jump line. But they still got it.
That's like Mount Bohemia. It's like actually has gnarly riding up in northern Michigan, up in the UP. And you're like, what? Like, this is crazy. Well, you know?
It's like I can't say it's like Copper, but it's got the same feel where that whole run from top to bottom is the park. Like, it's got everything in there. Yeah. They have 100-foot long rail in there. See if you could do the whole thing. Like, it's got cool stuff. It's got a good half pipe that's like that tweener pipe, as I call it, where it's not like a mini pipe.
Wasn't that where Mason and Molly Aguirre came out of?
Yep.
Yeah. So, you know, that like
there's some solid riders for sure. And like super fun place. Absolutely love it. On Thursdays, they used to do with a student ID, it was like $10. And it's awesome. Like, love that place.
Yeah, I think back to like growing up in New York and like Holiday Valley, it was called the Aspen of the East, like for Ellicottville for the town and shit. And I was like, this ain't like Aspen. You want to be? The resort is overrated and underrated in its same capacity. And I've seen it from both sides, from going back and being a visitor there and being like, this is great for what it is. But growing up there, and I was like, this is ass. But surprisingly, there's a little resort outside Colden, New York called Kissing Bridge. And it is the most fucking ghetto ass place on the planet. I love it. It's 350 vertical. It's got the old chairlifts from Holiday Valley, but you could drive down, cross the railroad tracks and park at the top and then poach the terrain park. And as long as they weren't checking lift tickets, you could lap the terrain park all day. And then you take the last lap, then you'd hike up, get in your car and leave. And, or if you parked at the bottom, you could just ride down and stuff. But yeah, that was like Kissing Bridge was really cool for what it was, but they sit in this thing called the Colden Snow Belt. So when they get like this lake effect rolling off Lake Erie, that place can just get utterly annihilated, but it's 350 vertical. And it's like Holiday Valley is only 750. And then there's Holiday Valley on right here. And then like over here is Hollymont. And Hollymont actually has a better terrain park these days because Chris Perks is running it. And it's open to the public. It's a semi-private resort. So it's closed on the weekends to the public and holidays, but like when it's open to the public, so Holiday Valley will be like getting all these bus groups in, and it's like Breckenridge, right? You're just getting tons and tons of people, and then like you go to Hollymont and it's like Copper, and you're like, oh, there's only like 100 people here. This is fucking great and stuff. So that's like kind of interesting to see stuff like that. But I'm a big fan of like, if you get the opportunity to go to a mom and pop resort, go check it out. Always go check it out. It might not have the best everything, but it's got a little more heart and soul to it. It hasn't been stripped of everything. Like, like Copper, having ridden Copper now for like 10 years, I've watched them just homogenize that base village and make it awful. Like the best taco stand ever, Mahi's, street tacos, fucking walking back to the car, go get 4 tacos every day. Gone. Just gone. They raised the rent on the building, 86'd it. Like if they would bring that back, I'd be so fucking stoked. Because what do we need? Another fucking t-shirt tchotchke store and a fucking coffee shop? Come on, So
yeah. Don't need it
no,
anymore.
It's funny. I'll tell you the one I really want to get to because I really want to see if it's overrated or underrated is Lee's Canyon outside Las Vegas. I have wanted to go there for so many years, and like every time I drive by, I'm like, I should do this, and I'm like, no, I got to get back to Colorado. I got to get back and do things, and I'm like, fuck me. So maybe this year we'll take a Vegas trip. we'll be the assholes that are pasty white sitting by the pool at the hotel when it's 60 degrees out and be like, it's so warm. And everyone's like, why are there 2 guys sitting outside in the pool? Like they're actually in the pool floating around. Like, this is so warm.
Yeah, I've never been to Vegas.
I lived there.
Yeah, I don't know if I could.
Did 6 months and I'll never do it again. Now, if I do Vegas, 2 days max. I want to be gone on the 3rd day. Like
that's fair.
I want to be in. I want to be out. I want to lose a bunch of money. I want to win a bunch of money. And I want to go eat a buffet. Maybe check out a show if there's something that I'm remotely interested in. But no, I am so burnt on Vegas. I've won so much money there and I've lost so much money there that I'm just like, I'm fucking over it. Like when I'm on point, I win stupid amounts of money in Vegas. But I've been on.
That's when you're drinking, though.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Back when I used to drink, fuck, I won so much. I won like $26,000 one night. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, I mean, I've hit max bet on touch poker like 4 times in a row on the same machine. And I was just maxing it, and I was just like, I got to cash out because this machine's broken, and they're going to fucking take me in a back room and cut my fingers off. I was like, I'm out of here. So, like, so, yeah, Vegas is a horrible, horrible place. Horrible. Fucking horrible. It's godforsaken, but whatever. Oh, well. Anyways, let's give this guy a spin. Well, you won a letter, and I think you might actually be on here somewhere. I'm going to look. I don't know. We're winding down the month, and this will be the game of Snowboard that went all summer. Well, you're not on there. Yeah, Bankrupt. We'll put you back on there. So you got an S. All right.
We might need to hit a speed round.
Dude, I don't even think we're going to get through it at this point. It's either we stay late or we say fuck it. And I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, fuck it, I don't care.
Let's speed round it. We got 10 minutes to go hard in the paint.
Hard in the paint?
Yep, we're going fast.
Okay. All right, we got Pollock Rocket, Woodboard, profile, would old school, talking like circa 0508, old ride timeless have been. What modern stuff would it was Camber. It was full Camber. That's all it was. It was fucking Camber. That's it. Closest thing you're going to find to the timeless will be the Commissioner. That's it. Right there.
That's what took over for it. Oh, God. Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Get yourself that small sticker pack. Make sure you email us info@angrysnowboarder, and TC will get that in the mail to you.
Mhm.
So, all right, let's see. We got Danny Garcia here. Sup, guys? I have last year's Lib rig and love it. Looks like they changed to full camber this year. Worth upgrading to this year's or not? Not sure how much of a difference Lib's new full camber is to see. Just keep it. Just keep it. You're fine.
Yeah,
There's no reason. You don't need to at this point. Don't do it. Just ride it.
It's so micro. It's
sweet. Give us an email. Snowboarder and TC will mail that out. You're getting a sticker pack, bud. We love it. You guys need to start tagging us too on Instagram. Like when you
put your stickers down.
Yeah, be like #angry stickers or whatever it is, or angry snowboarder stickers. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Let's find one. Okay, let's see. All right, from Mike. Can anyone answer this? We can. If I have a Forest Classic, is the new Forest different enough to warrant a purchase? Yes. I think the build on them is so nice. Oh my God. Forest Classic is, I've never liked the Forest Classic. I'll be honest with you. I've just never liked that binding. Anytime I ride it, I'm like, oh, I just want to vomit. The new Forest was so different. I was so stoked on it. That's why I like it. Completely different. It rides more smoothly. It's a little more damp. It's more responsive. It's easier to adjust. It's just so much better.
The ankle strap is amazing on it. I cannot praise what they've done with their ankle straps as much as like since that binding. Like that weird foam, the molecular. Can you say that word? Thank you. Molecular foam on there is amazing. Speed run.
Physics and shit.
Shit.
Physics and shit.
But yeah, so worth it. I love that binding. It's so much better.
Reverse spin. Well, the next question. Oh, you get nothing. You get nothing. All right. We'll take this one from, yes. I know the best boot is the one that fits your foot, but will you guys do top 5 stiffest boots more based on quality? No, you're getting actual boot breakdowns on them, and you're going to get recommendations of what foot and what type of rider should be looking at them. That's what you're going to get going forward in there. So, besides, if we filmed any more top 5s right now for Ben, he'd probably murder us.
He would.
Like any top 5s we're filming are all comedic, and they're not even coming out till next year. Reverse spin. All right. You get nothing. All right. We got Chris A. I'm 6'4", 190 pounds. I have a standard on ink and a lobster Airmaster. What would you recommend for deep pow trees? You need a swallowtail in your life, man.
Mm-hmm.
You do. So Endeavor Archetype,
Leviathan.
Leviathan, Lib Tech, Retro Ripper, GNU something GNU. What do I feel? I feel like I miss. Oh, Surfer from Bataleon. The BBC, the Big Black Cannon from Nitro. Or if you don't want to go that big, you could check out like a Slash. You could check out Storm Wolf, Storm Chaser. I feel like I'm missing something.
Hovercraft 2.0.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one too.
Yeah. Shit like that.
Yeah. All right. Avron tax. Lose 4. You're not on the list, so you're good. Oh, this is a good one from Jimmy McElroy. What was the worst board y'all have ridden this season? Ooh.
Just because we talked about it, I want to say the smoke screen, but
I mean,
it's just the most uninspired board. I don't know if it's the worst board, but it's the most uninspired in my eyes. Like, it took all the parts from the rest of those boards and just put it into a board, it felt like.
That's a good
I don't know.
question, actually. Like, we really tried to cherry pick the best of the best this year. So it was like really hard to find stuff that truthfully fucking sucked.
Yeah, I'm trying to think
that Lib Tech legitimizer was a turd. It replaces the
box scratcher,
box knife.
Box knife.
It's the box knife and box scratcher replacement. They took Jesse Burtner's name off of it and added off the box knife and then added full camber to it. And it was, I went from riding the Rad Ripper, which is a new board, absolutely fucking amazing, like just completely blown away, to riding that and going, what the fuck? They're in the same category, made in the same factory. Like there's very minimal difference. Fucking turd. I was like, this thing. I even told the rep, I was like, this board shouldn't exist. Just get rid of it. Just fucking kill it. Just fucking kill it. Like, you know.
Yeah. So. I don't even know. Do you remember like that? I was like, I hated this board, dude.
What's up?
I know. I can't even remember one that I absolutely hated. I just know. They'll say the Rosignol Juggernaut. They made that board worse, in my eyes. Actually, I do have one. It's the.
You won a sticker pack too. Make sure you email us. Well, you won 2 actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's your second one.
We'll give you a medium.
Yeah. It was the Womp Eater by DWD.
No, not DWD. That's Signal. Signal Womp Eater. I'm looking at it right now.
Oh shit! My bad. Yeah, it looks like it looks like a DWD graphic, but it's Signal. Yeah. I did not like that board. I thought that board was
when I wrote it
a waste.
And the funny thing is, it's like there's people that are like, this is the greatest board ever. And I'm like, have you ever written anything good? Like, sick graphic. I'm not denying the graphic. Graphic's fucking sick. Like, I love that resi tip shit tail back here. But the board itself is so fucking like,
it's just, man, it's just uninspired. It's like,
yeah.
I would much rather ride the Gunner. That thing was so much better.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. We'll take this one from Jonathan Kosiana. Thinking about a ride, Commissioner. Berserker's not clapped out yet, but I don't want to completely kill it. Need a board I can rip. Icy Morning, East Coast corduroy. I'm 156. On a 156, I'm 140 pounds. I'd pick up a deep fake, honestly.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah, there you go. Boom, done. Speed round.
Speed round.
Speed round. Oop, reverse spin. Ouch. Person above and below. So Jimmy doesn't have any letters to lose, and Mike Lunkar gets one. So, all right, we'll take this question from Mike Lunkar. Hey, gents, looking at the ride, deep, fake, and moderate, 5'9", size 9, 225. I'm still fairly aggressive at my older age. Would you recommend? If you're fairly aggressive, get the deep fake.
Deep fake.
Deep fake all day.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably going to be bummed with how much you would overflex the moderator. So go with the deep fake, especially if you're saying you're still aggressive at 47. That's what I would go with right there.
I'm also looking at the 225. I'm like, that's
that too. That's the other thing.
I'm like, hold that moderator.
That 225, because it's got the metal in it. It's going to be a little more stiff and a little more responsive for you at that weight. So.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. Perfect. You won yourself a small sticker pack. Mike, email us info@angrysnowboarder.com and we'll get that sticker pack in the mail to you. And let's see. Super chat here from Michael. Stacy, I was looking at the ride binding C series versus A series. How should I pick a pair? Is the aluminum just a better feel than the composite? Looking at the mountain freestyle. No, it's the opposite way around. You feel more with the aluminum. They're not as damp and they're more rigid and your body takes more of a hammering. They're more responsive. Most people just need the C series, honestly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Unless you're
a bigger guy, like 220, 240, something like that, you can go with the A series. Otherwise, I'm with you, Aver, and I always recommend the C series to people.
Yep. Check your screws. Check your screws. All right. We got this super chat from Ben Samar. Nitro Team Pro versus the alternators. There a huge difference between these two boards. Which do you like better? There is a difference, especially when it comes to the shape. And you get slight taper in the alternator. It's a little bit different with the tip kick in there. If you're riding more POW, more like all mountain free ride with freestyle, you want to go with the alternator, especially because it's better in that POW. If you're just looking for a directional twin that you can snap off anything and ride anywhere, that's where the Team Pro comes in. I personally think the alternator actually carves a little bit better than the Team Pro. So,
yeah, I think the Team Pro is definitely way more aggressive than the alternator, actually. Like, it felt very similar. It felt more comparable to the Beast than the alternator does to the Nitro Team Pro.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Both boards rip, though. Both are awesome.
Yep. Ouch. Lose a letter, but you don't have any. All right, let's see. Have we hit our 10-minute time limit yet? Are we close?
I think so, but they keep coming in. How close do we get?
Fuck. We're out in the weeds.
We're 20 minutes back.
Oh my God, we're like 30 minutes back. We'll take a few more super chats and just answer them because there's questions that people want. So we'll take this one from John Sullivan. Thoughts on the Arbor Element camber things? It's a cambered directional twin intermediate board. That's it. Like it'll get the job done. There's nothing special to it. I try not to have thoughts on it. It's there. I'm like, it's there. Yeah. You go. You get a little grip tech. You don't have a lot of tech to it. It's easy to ride. It's very forgiving. It's a white Nissan Altima. If you want to fucking hammer on it, you can. It's fine. Or if you just want to cruise in the right lane, you're good. If you're a stripper named Crystal and you spilled your glitter in your crotch while smoking a cigarette, trying to put your mascara on, and you're doing 100 miles an hour, it'll handle it. So, yeah. Let's see. All right, we'll take this one from Pollock Rocket. On the commissioner you mentioned, looks pretty stiff for an older 44-year-old. Should I size down to the 55 or do the 58? I'm 5'11", 195 pounds, gym rat build. Get the 58. You'll be fine. 55 will be too small. All right. I think we're going to call it a day because I got stuff to do, but we're going to finish out this poll. And so it says, should we post a deal product of the week? We got 56% saying yes out of 190 votes. 8% said no. 16% said more videos, and 20% of you are going to click the links. I'm going to hold you guys to that. We better see an uptick in our affiliate sales. You sinners, you heathens. And Joe Gunn, Uncle A, can I leave some of my boards in your bed? No, I got too many fucking boards in the spare bathroom. Like, I finally got enough room in there. I can get to the sink. I can almost get to the toilet. The shower, out of the question. Fuck.
Funny.
Oh my God. I found 2 board boxes between the two of them. I think there's 10 to 12 boards in there. I was like, where the fuck did these even come from? I don't even remember these.
Do we have to ride those?
No, I think they're 2 years old.
Oh, okay.
One of them's Drake, so I know that they never sent anything more. I think they were pissed that I hand flexed a board in the parking lot and the whole thing delammed. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, we're going to get out of here. We'll be back next week. We're still playing the game of Snowboard till the end of the month. Then things kind of change around come September. Yeah. So, anyways, if you guys want any sticker packs from us, make sure you email us info@angrysnowboarder. Make sure you put your mailing address and let us know what your username was. That really does help things in there. So we definitely want to do that, support you guys. If you're not on our Discord, you can join it, hang out with the rest of the degenerates. From 2/20/25, so February 20th, Ski Cooper meetup. Reviews start on September 1st. We did put out a top 5 yesterday, so make sure you go and check that out. And we'll see you guys in another video.
Thanks, guys.